Alright, what's going on, guys? So I was on my way to the next spot that I had planned out, and on my way there I stumbled upon this spot here. And so far, over the last couple days, the spot that I have kind of randomly stumbled upon while I was going to another spot that I had planned out have actually produced better than the spot that I had planned out. So hopefully this spot produces well. I looked in the water before I kind of sat down and decided to stay here, and there were at least 2 different species of barbs down there, both of which I don't think I've caught before. And then over on the surface there were a couple of those white spot or white dot killifish that we caught several of over the first couple days. So we're going to start fishing here and hope we can get some of those cool barbs. Alright, so here's the lake we're going to be fishing. All the barbs were like right over here in front of me when I sat down to rig up and get everything set up, and now they seem to have disappeared. So hopefully we can still find them. I got a little Tanago hook set up with a little bit of Nico fly larvae. Now one of those barb species looked pretty small, like some sort of a tiger barb. The other barb species looked a little bit bigger, so I wasn't sure exactly if I should rig up a Tanago or not, but I decided to rig one up. Oh, there are the barbs. Will they bite this though? Once this dropped in, they swam over, but they don't seem... they swam over to look at it as soon as this dropped in, but they're not biting it. Maybe I'll have to try something else for these guys. Got him. Let's see what this is. Alrighty, so I didn't have to switch baits. This guy did ended up biting that Nico fly larvae. Some sort of a barb. These are the bigger species of barbs that I saw. There's still that smaller species of barb that looks like some sort of tiger barb. Alright, but I am pretty sure I've never caught one of these before. I caught something similar in Singapore, but the one I caught in Singapore, I think it had multiple of these dots, not just one, and it definitely didn't have these accents here on the tail. So probably a new species. So let's get this guy back and let's see what else we can get. Got him. What do we got though? Alright, so this guy is one of those killifish type things. White spot, white dot killifish, something like that. I think there's only one species of these guys here. So, yeah, not much else I can say about these guys. These are probably the most common species I've run into in Indonesia so far. Every single spot that I have fished has had at least one of these guys, and usually multiple. And I forgot to take the little Tanago hook out of this. This was my storage container. So yeah, let me get that hook out, and let me also get this guy back. Kidding me? Alright, so we got another one of these white spot killifish, and my bait was a solid foot under the water or so, and there was a barb swimming towards it, and then this guy from the surface swam down, chased the barb away, and hit it. These guys are pretty aggressive. Usually stay toward the surface, but I guess they're not opposed to swimming down a little bit deeper and getting something to eat. So yeah, let's get them back. Let's keep looking for those barbs. Got him. Ooh, is this? I think this is the same thing, but it looks different. Alright, so this is a feisty little one. He will not stay still. And I believe this is the same species that we caught in the beginning. It's just way more colorful. That one was like gold with just that dot and then like these two little tail accents. This one's like metallic yellow-green, way more red on him. Dorsal's got this long little filament there. Real pretty little fish. So let's get the hook out of this guy. Come on. Sometimes these Tinago hooks are tougher to get out than regular hooks. But yeah, real pretty fish. I believe it's going to be the same species. So let's keep going. Let's try to catch something different. Got him. Let's go. This is the tiger barb. Let's get this guy in the photo tank. Look at that beauty. As soon as he stops flopping around, look at that beauty. Alrighty, so this thing is gorgeous. I caught a lot of beautiful fish over the last 3 days fishing here, and this is definitely up there. So different than the 6-banded tiger barb I caught yesterday, I have caught something that looks either identical or similar to this in Singapore a couple years ago. I believe that was the dwarf tiger barb, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if this is that one or if this is a different one. I think it depends on where the bands are and how many bands there are. That's how you differentiate these guys. And this one looks to have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the dorsal fin. I don't know if you count the dorsal fin or not. Anyway, beautiful fish. We're gonna get a picture of this guy. We're gonna get him back. I'm gonna keep fishing, but I haven't seen any other species. All I've seen are these guys, that like goldish barb, and then those one spot killifish. I haven't seen anything else. So I don't know if we're gonna find anything else. But even if we don't, I'm happy with this one. It's a beautiful fish. Got him. What is this? Alrighty, so another barb. Looks like we got 3 of these now. This one and that first one look really kind of bland, like just this gold color with that dot and ever so slight little accents there on the tail. But that one bigger one we caught looked gorgeous, way better coloration. So I think they're all the same species, some sort of a barb. But I guess when they're juveniles, they just got this bland color. And then when they become adults, they look a little bit cooler. All right, let's get this guy back. I don't think we're going to catch any other species out of here. I'm not seeing anything else, and the water is very clear. But I'll try to catch maybe one more of something, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, I changed my mind. We're going to throw around a little lure for a few minutes. This is a 1 gram jig head. I believe it's size 10 hook, 1 inch little swim bait. I don't think we're going to catch any new micros, so we might as well try to catch some non-micros. So I'm just going to cast that out, let it sink a little bit. Probably just go with a steady retrieve and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get like a little snakehead or something. I don't even know what other predators are in here besides snakehead. Actually, I don't even know if there's snakehead in here, but there should be snakeheads somewhere on the island. I actually got a little maybe 1 inch snakehead on my underwater footage that I recorded yesterday. Didn't see any in person, but I put my camera underwater for a few minutes. When I got back to the hotel to check it, there it was. So yeah, we'll cast this thing around for a little while, maybe 10-15 minutes, and we'll see if we can get something on it. Alright, so I've been flicking two different lures around. The swim bait that I showed you. Now I switched over to an Eurotackle Anisoptera several minutes ago. The swim bait got followed in by what I think was a couple tilapia a couple times. No bites though. And I switched over to this Anisoptera soft plastic, and I got absolutely nothing on this either. So at least we can say we tried. But I think we are gonna go ahead and wrap it on up. This thing usually produces, just not today. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this session. Went about as expected. I saw really what I thought could have been two new species when I got here and did a little quick scouting scan along the shoreline, and we got what I think are two new species. One in that first goldish colored barb we got, and then two, I'm pretty sure, in that tiger barb we got. I don't think I've caught that one before. The one I caught in Singapore I think looks a little different, but we'll have to double check later. And then unfortunately we got no sort of predatory fish. Cool little story. While I was fishing here, there was a group of, I think 4, maybe 3 guys doing some landscaping work, and one of them came over to talk to me, and I put talk in quotes because I couldn't really understand what he was saying, and he definitely couldn't understand what I was saying, but I did manage to understand 3 words. That is chana, which is the genus that snakeheads are in. I understood predator, and I understood aquarium, and then he showed me a video on his phone of a little snakehead in an aquarium at what I think is at his house, and he kept pointing to where I was fishing. So I guess we were in the right spot for snakeheads. I just really couldn't get any to bite, couldn't get him to hit either the swim bait nor the little Anisoptera dragonfly larvae imitation soft plastic thing. So we gave it a try, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Even with that, we still got 2 new species, which is a pretty good day in my book. So today has gone pretty well, both this video and the last video, which was a great video. Check that one out if you haven't. That was a great session, and that was a little bit earlier this morning. So it's hot. It's somewhere in the 90s with probably close to 100% humidity, and I got about, I think, 1.5 miles, probably even a little bit more, walk back to the hotel. So we're gonna get started on that, but hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next time.